Good morning. Stewardship is one of the many special and blessed ministries at St. Mark's Parish. Our team is comprised of Father Peter, Jill Sakulis, Dick DePatty, annual appeal tri-chairs, Suzanne Harrison, Steve Lamoureux, and myself, and led by Laura Watt, our very capable Director of Stewardship and Development. As a reminder, pledges and gifts fund a majority of our operating budget each year, and it is for this reason that we pray, eat, laugh, cry, compose, and work hard together to facilitate our annual stewardship appeal. Let's take a quick look at last year's performance, which reminds us that the total member income is comprised of really three components: about 92% in pledges, 3% in overpayments, and 5% in gifts without pledges and new member gifts. Two items to note on this slide. One is that gifts without pledges result from parishioners who, for tax reasons or state domicile reasons, give but do not pledge, and overpayments have historically exceeded the non-collectible pledges, thereby allowing the vestry to budget based on our pledges received. On this next slide, you can see a year-over-year comparison of the pledges made and the pledge amounts at this same time over the last 4 years of our annual meeting. There's a lot of good news here as you look at the trajectory of momentum in pledges and gifts, which resulted from a concerted effort to encourage our parishioners to make their pledges by the end of our pledge period, right before the Christmas season. Importantly, this allows the vestry to set a budget with the knowledge of the resources available to fund our various ministries. Now, you can see we're a little disappointed in our progress to date and acknowledge that there is more work to be done. Let's go to the next page to take a closer look at the comparison of this year to last year. This slide reflects a reasonable expectation of where we believe our 2020 annual appeal will end up. The solid red bars are where we stand today, and the hatched red boxes on top add the number of pledges and gifts not yet received this year from those who pledged and gave last year. We have a few ideas about why we experienced a drop-off in the year-over-year comparisons, including the loss of one large-time gift, a large number of givers with formal residences outside of Connecticut who do not pledge but give, and a skew of our parish, wonderfully, to younger members. Importantly, we see a path to the above numbers and will work hard to achieve an increase in both the pledges and total gift amounts over 2019. Now let's take a look at some good news. Here are some highlights that show continued momentum in building our church family and broadening our resources to support the ministries of St. Mark's Parish. We are indeed a parish fully alive, as Father Peter explained in the 10+1 things you should know about your parish. 27 new pledging households, 17 pledges from new members, and 2 from newcomers. It's impossible not to have noticed the growth in the number of young families that sit here on Sunday mornings. 115 of our pledges, representing over 40% of the pledges received to date, have increased their pledges over last year, and a total of 87% have increased or maintained their pledges compared to last year. It's incredible support for our parish. Our recurring pledgers as a group grew their pledges by an average of almost 7%. While we may not be a unicorn, St. Mark's is proving to be a very good investment. In closing, the impact of pledging is real, and we can see it in the eyes of Father Peter and his staff. Confidence, affirmation, support, love, fully alive and inspired to push forward in all of our ministries. To each and every one of you, thank you for your generous support and commitment of precious resources to St. Mark's. Your gifts and pledges have allowed our parish to thrive and grow and become more fully alive. You live to give for the love of the Lord. Thank you.